Alright guys, so got my MMXs in there, and I'm pulling the solder off, and we do this by boiling it in hydrochloric. Well, you don't want to boil when you're refining. Really what you want to do is you want to bring it up to a boil and then turn it back, because boiling actually kills your hydrochloric acid. High heat does. So as you can see, this piece there at the bottom still has a little bit more solder on it, and then we're about done. But you can see all around the edges, all of the solder has been taken off. So, and if you see on this side, it kind of looks like the gold is gone. And the first time this happened to me, it scared me to death. Where's my gold? And that's actually what happens is that there's a lot of chemical processes that's going on inside there. And you got like copper going into solution and then plating out. And you got tin going into solution and plating out. Well, most of the tin stays in solution. But all the different processes, you just got to let it run its course. And as soon as we're done with this, got to do some good rinsing. Let's see what this guy... This was a... oh! I hate when I do that. That was from a Pentium. And you can see the copper has plated out all over the place on it. So you just got to make sure you got enough liquid in there. I may add a little bit more water to this just to hold some more of that tin chloride or whatever. The green is from I've used this same solution a dozen times, and I think it's just a little copper that may have gone into solution at one time or another. But alright, that's it for now. Alright everybody, how we doing? So a little bit of an update here. I didn't film it, but I got done with the hydrochloric rinses, and then I rinsed it with boiling hot water, and then rinsed it one more time, and then I filled her up to about 500 ml of hydrochloric, and have been putting small additions of potassium nitrate in, and it's guys, this has been on for 3 days. Just not constant, but I've got about 3 days invested so far. But you can see there's still gold on a few pieces, so I'm hoping we're at the last of it. I got whenever you're doing these MMXs, you got to be real careful, because at the end everything turns to powder, like the last little bit, and it'll like foam up on you. But that's where I'm at. I'll turn this thing back on when I've got another update for you. Mike's out. Hey everybody, how we doing? So started to rain earlier, and I brought this in. As you can see, there's still gold that needs to go into solution. Not a whole lot, but it is in there. Let's go ahead and get us... let me spray this off. Hang on. Sorry, I wasn't ready for it. Alright. Now I swear, as I'm looking at that, that may not be gold. But I do see some up here. So I've still got to add a little bit more anyway. Ta-da! Well, it's about damn time. This thing, I've been fighting with it for 3 days. Okay, everybody, so we are done, I believe. Stopped the last bit of potassium nitrate I put in. Didn't seem to produce much as far as noxious fumes. I just want to take a look at what we have here just to make sure. Okay. So I think that we took care of it pretty good. But just to be sure, I don't want to miss anything. So before we go any further, let me see if I can spray this all. Alright. Okay. Do another stannous test. Oh, and get it all over my phone. That's a good idea. So, definitely black. Hang on just a second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get my phone cleaned off. Stannous chloride, but you know, I don't want to be holding that up to my ear. So, stannous test looks good. It's kind of weird though. It's got that like little liquid off to the side, kind of clear on the outer edges. The last bit of stannous never did that. This one's done it each time. So, let's see. Now we've got gotta hit this with sulfamic. I'm hoping I didn't let it cool down too much. Let's see. Only one way to find out, right, guys? Okay. And there's the foam. So, yeah, she had some nitric. Had some nitric left. The sulfamic acid, some kind of reaction happens and it gets turned into sulfuric acid, which actually works out good because it'll drop out your any lead that you may have picked up along the way. Whenever it foams up like this, I just normally just spray it down a little bit. bit more. Let's see what we got. Well, didn't see a reaction. That doesn't mean there wasn't one. Okay. Well, looks good. What do you think? Like I can hear you. There's a little bit still happening there. So I'm going to get this part taken care of, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright guys, it's really hard to do this with only one hand, so I got everything set up and started filtering. Kind of rinsed that with a little too much water, but I wanted to be safe about it when I went through these. Yeah. As you can tell, there is like no metal left at all. I wanted to see this up close. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. Got her taken care of. I had, I don't know. Let's see, I think it was 15 black fiber, 9 or 10 Pentiums, and then I threw some old caps in there just to sweeten the deal a little. I'm only expecting about 2 grams of gold from this, but that's just a guess. But I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so this is where we're at. I got my SMB already dissolved. Like I said, there's probably about 16 to 18 processors, and then I did probably 9 or 10 caps. So let's see what happens. I'm hoping we'll be able to see a change. We didn't change. Well, tell you what, let's add some more.
Need a bigger container.
Yeah, I really thought that that would do it, but I may have too much water in there. Ooh, see the brown and the purple?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I actually don't like doing this because we're actually losing a little bit of gold. It just goes up into the atmosphere. And honestly, guys, I think I've probably put too much in as it is now. So I'm gonna stir it up and just let it sit overnight now and see what I have in the morning. Turning nice and dark now. The good thing is the refine should be 10 times better than that. But I'll do a Stannis test before I decant any fluid. Hi everybody, so I want to get this out of the way.
Be back in a minute.
Also working on my next video here. But everybody loves a gold drop. Look how clear that is. It's beautiful. Alright, I'm going to hand the camera over to Joe. Hello. And here we go. I only got about 5 grams sodium metabisulfite in here. I think it'll be plenty. I did add a touch of hydrochloric just to make sure there was enough acid. think I spilled some of my gold. Get that wiped up right away. Hey, there's the color change. We all love that. Okay, that was clear. So. And there she goes. Sorry about the crying in the background. We got upset toddler.
We always have an upset toddler.
Man, check it out. I gold plated my stir rod. Guess I should put more water in there, huh? Alright guys, we'll see you next trip. Today's the day to drain the pool. So I wanted to show this to you guys. I've never had a drop. This is like only seconds later. 20-30 seconds later. I've never had a drop go clear that fast, so this should be pretty close to pure. At least that's my hopes. Alright guys, this should do it for this round of videos for the heck, I forgot what I refined. But anyway, you'll see it. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Ain't that the worst melting dish you ever seen? My gosh, so dirty. But that's what I have right now. Still waiting for some to come in. Just got done melting this guy down. 3 grams. My whole torch setup giving me a lot of pain. So what I did is I've got my heater underneath here, and then I sit him down inside a bed of sand and turn up the heat as high as it'll go, and then I can melt it with the map gas. But because I have so much trash in there, it takes a long time to melt. But tell you what, gold is gold, and gold looks pretty. So I hope you guys are having a great Labor Day. I just been sitting here messing around, really. Happy about that. But if you'll notice, the end wires here, those are aluminum. The wires that run across there are aluminum wire. And most of the time, your wire running down to your house is aluminum. But this was a commercial service that they had installed, and maybe that's the rule in Ohio. I've never worked on commercial property before, so maybe you have to have copper wire going down, or maybe that's what they chose at that point in time. I don't know. But I'm not talking about copper today. Today I'm talking about gold. So guys, that is what is left over. That's a 3 gram BB, okay? And that means that out of the black fiber and Pentium 2s, that means I got 1 gram, 1.2 grams. I'll post that video later on. Let's see here. Oh! As you can tell, this is kind of an impromptu video. Check all my fingers here. And I believe, oh, they're just about perfect. basically off of everything. Boy, those two, them guys there are holding on pretty good. So I don't keep an air bubbler in here because of the rains and everything. All I do, well, you seen what I did for shaking it. I do that every other day. I come out and just shake it a couple times, and it produces enough oxygen content to keep the copper chloride running. So that's it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on the end of the other video there, because like I said, this is from the Pentium 2 and black fiber MMXs. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lot of gold. I think in the beginning of this video you'll see it was I may have said I was only expecting like a gram, but there you have it. Somebody's trash will now go back to the marketplace and increase our economy. Alright guys, you have a wonderful day. Happy Labor Day. Have fun. We'll see y'all next week.